Never have I ever come across a pair of earbuds at just $129 with as many high-end features and capabilities as these do, the brand new Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro. Over the past few years, I've covered a few rather notable products from Soundcore, such as the Q10 headphones, the Boom 2 Plus, and the Motion X600 spatial audio speaker, all of which have exceeded my expectations. Especially that Motion X600, that thing was exceptional. But earbuds are one style of audio I've yet to try from Soundcore properly, so I thought it was about time, and what better product to start with than their latest earbuds. But before I go into further details about what these can do, such as their 7-sensor precise noise cancellation, 6-sensor noise cancellation for voice calls, and in-case audio control, I want to share with you my very first impressions on the audio quality when I unboxed them about a couple of weeks ago. So these are the Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro, and they've just landed on my desk, so we're going to get them open and I'm going to give them a first test and my first impressions on how these sound straight out of the box. Let's give that a go. Okay, ooh, case is quite nice. The case has this mirrored style finish with I've got a blue version here. This is kind of like a light sky blue style there. How do I open it? Press a button? How on earth do you... Okay. Hold on a minute. Oh, slide. Oh, that's nice. That slides really nicely. I can imagine that being quite a nice fidget toy in my pocket. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got a lovely screen. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, that's quite cool. So there's a screen at the bottom that gives us the percentage battery of the earphones that are in the thing. But also you've got this little touch button here that I can swipe. And it looks to me like I can change it between different modes as well using this button, but I'll explore that in a little bit. Let's pop this in. That's quite cool. I like the fact the control is actually on here. Okay, these are quite comfortable. Slightly unusual looking, very, very premium. I quite like them. Right, let's pair these up and have a listen to some music. Ooh, the sound is very good. This is very good. The bass is very rich. So far I'd say it's got a very full sound. Okay, well, initial impressions are that these have a very full sound. Excellent full sound, and I think those who like bass, but not massively heavy bass, just a rich bass with detailed notes in there, I think you're going to really like these. That's on my first impressions listening to a couple of songs anyway, so for now, I think I better go and give these a test some more and give you my opinion after a few weeks of use. So now we've done that and we are several weeks on, let's take a closer look. And I want to start with the design. These things are really nice in appearance. There's nothing particularly groundbreaking about the form factor, but there's certain little parts of it that I think are a nice touch. Take the case, for example. The little screen on the interior, along with the touch bar to change the amount of ANC or transparency that they have, is a really, really nice touch. No pun intended. But it's a nice way to remove some of the control from the earbuds themselves and make changing the settings more visible and accessible, but most importantly, universal. It gives you a software experience away from the device that you're using these connected to, meaning that whatever you pair these up to, you're going to be getting the same experience with the ANC noise cancellation. Now, if I was going to ask Soundcore for one thing from my wish list for this functionality of the touch bar, it would be more customizability or selections within the control panel on the case. As it is, you can only use it for ANC control, but I would love to be able to do volume or even play and pause control through it too. and in so doing remove all control from the earbuds themselves, which, as you know, I've always thought to be a little bit fiddly with my big sausage hands. Although with the earbuds you do have some control, such as changing the volume by swiping and also squeezing to play and pause. So at least the functionality is there. It would just be nice to maybe have that on the case too. With that said, however, in the app there is a way to add more functionality to the case. And you can add ambient sound control, which is already on there. You've got spatial audio, atmospheric settings, find device, which sends a little notification to the earbuds so that you can hear them when they're out of the case. And you can also use it as a remote camera as well, so you can trigger your shutter on your phone. And actually, whilst we're in the settings, there's a ton of stuff you can control, such as the EQ and sound preferences, but there's also some interesting settings, such as the easy chat mode, which will lower the volume automatically when someone tries speaking to you. But the app is really concise and lets you do a ton of different stuff with these headphones to get the sound that you prefer. Now, another thing with the case is that she's a nice size. Feels nice in the pocket and overall looks sleek with the nice sliding mechanism. The colour scheme, mind, is quite fingerprinty, so if you are eating a greasy burger made by Ronald McDonald, then I would strongly suggest having a shower after eating and before using them again. Actually, on that point, Soundcore do a sweet little case, which I've got, here we are, like that, which I believe they're giving away with every purchase of these within the first couple of weeks. But this pouch is ideal if you want to keep the case looking its best with no fingerprints or scratches. It's got a little carabiner too, so you can hang it from your bag. But this premium and sleek design follows through to the earbuds themselves, which I've got to say are probably some of the most premium of the earbuds that I've tried recently. I can't quite put my finger on why that is, and to tell you the truth, I don't think it's any one thing. I think the mirrored finish goes a long way to making them look and feel premium, but also the shape too, with its slim, almost triangular looking stem. They're pretty fashionable. And the tips can be changed too, and actually they come with 6 different sizes in the box, which is very important for creating a good seal when these are in your ears. And more important because of the inbuilt ANC, which is nothing short of spectacular. They've done an excellent job on the active noise cancellation with its 7 sensor system and real-time calibration. In fact, they're probably some of the best ANC earbuds I've tried in a good long while. The adaptive monitoring system they've added in these measures the outside frequency 3 times a second for a super quick adjustment to the overall noise and ANC system. But it goes a lot further than this. They've also added in a barometric pressure sensor, which helps create an even better noise cancellation experience when using it on flights. Because obviously as you're going up and the pressure changes, it can adapt to this. Now Soundcore suggests that because of this system and the inclusion of the barometric pressure sensor, it's given these earbuds a 178% increase in noise cancellation during flights. Now as a disclaimer here, I've not been able to confirm or verify this as I've not been on any flights whilst I've been testing them. But if this is the case, then that is quite extraordinary. If any of you guys have these and have been on a flight, then do let us know in the comments if you can tell the difference between these and perhaps your old headphones or whatever you're using. But in general, the ANC is fantastic. Even in normal situation, they've been very impressive in their capabilities. So naturally, I wanted to put it to the test. And I thought I'd bring them to Hendrick Falls, which is one of the highest waterfalls in South Wales. No, I think it is the highest. But anyway, I thought this is a good place to come and test the ANC because of the great noise that thing is kicking off. So I'm going to get these on, put the ANC on and pop some music on and see how well it does drowning that sound out. Obviously it's not a flight, but this is as best as I can do at short notice. Right, we're on there and I just need to turn the ANC on. That is actually pretty good. That's not bad. You can still hear it, but considerably less. It's a very low noise now rather than a really high noise earlier. And I'm actually probably talking a bit quieter now because that's not drowning things out. So I best shout a little bit louder. But I reckon with a bit of music, this is going to completely drown it out.
I can't even tell there's a giant waterfall behind me. I can just hear the music. These are excellent for ANC. Absolutely fantastic stuff. But it goes a little bit further than this. Because obviously of the noise cancellation on the actual audio of the mics themselves on the earphones, I should be able to record some audio and it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to hit my little voice record on here and we're going to see what this sounds like. Testing 1, 2, 3. So now the audio should be coming purely through these headphones, and you can see for yourself what that sounds like. Whether or not you can hear the sound of that in the background, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to listen back to this myself. Hold on. I've just had a listen. That's amazing. You genuinely can't hear that at all. Sure, it compresses the audio a little bit, but it's combating a massive waterfall behind me. You cannot argue that both the noise cancellation on both the audio and the mic on these are fantastic. But I'm going to go now because I'm getting a bit wet from this waterfall.
Now, in respect to the actual sound quality, I think they're really solid. They potentially lean towards a more rich bass sound, which for me is the type of sound profile that I'll lean toward anyway, so that's good. But there's no doubt that the high-res audio in these headphones offer a fantastic audio experience. And you know what, over the past couple of weeks I've put them through their paces in many different scenarios and audio styles, and across the board they seem to do really well with the 10.5mm driver and titanium tweeter, along with the low latency of Bluetooth 5.3 for a quick connection. But overall, some serious specs. But there is one more spec that I've found is super useful, and that's the charging speed. Just 5 minutes of charge gives you 4 hours of runtime, which I think might be the fastest charging earbuds I've ever come across. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, even the AirPods Pro 2 only give you an hour of use after 5 minutes of charge. So the fact this gives you 4 times the amount of charge in the same time is crazy. But let's talk about the price, because this was something that surprised me massively. At only $129, these offer some excellent value, and this RRP puts them in the mid-range bracket for pricing, except I think they're worth a lot more than that. There's been a couple of headphones recently that I've tried that, in my opinion, exceed the price bracket for quality, and the Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro are absolutely falling into that category where the quality outweighs the cost significantly. Add to the fact that these offer something no other headphone in this price bracket has, to my knowledge, onboard control from the case and touch bar, then it's hard to deny the value that these offer. And for that reason, so far, these are the best value earbuds that I've tried in 2024, and definitely an absolute bargain if you're looking for something within this price range. What do you think? Do you think the Soundcore Liberty 4 Pros stack up to your expectations? Do you think they're worth a shot at that price? Or is there something else we should be looking at? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these superb earbuds. And if I've helped you decide if these are for you or not, I'd love it if you return the favour and hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you guys back for another episode of STU'S Reviews soon.